Hello, YouTube fam. Hey, this is Uncle Tim. Hey, Channel Wild Review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim, man. I've been debating whether if I should drive to work or not, man. Just to avoid some of the craziness. The buses are taking longer. The train is more packed. And it's taking forever to come, man. And and you're sitting here stuck in all this traffic. And people are asking me, when you be stuck in traffic in your car, when you have to pay additional fees like parking and gas for the week, man, look, at the end of the day, you don't have to do something, right? Shit is getting real right now, right?
Have you found out
getting to the point where you're sitting here thinking, would I be better just driving? I waited like 20 damn minutes for a bus today. I'm like, damn. I'm tired. I supposed to did some other shit today, and I'm just like, I don't have the energy for it. And I'm just trying to figure out, what should I do? Man, I talk to a lot of people about a lot of things. And to get from A to Z, you gotta have reliable transportation. I've been telling people, hold off on getting car loans, but if you need one, get it. Bro, do what you gotta do. If it's gonna help you in the long run, man, all I can say is, man, it's about comfort. It's about not being out and about and stranded, bro. Waiting on somebody else, Dude, damn. I'm just saying right now, everything costs money. And it just seems like being alive has a tax on it, bro. And that's just wrong as hell. You're being taxed on just your life. You're being taxed on whether or not if you can retire or not. If you're looking at the retirement age at 65. I remember they used to do early retirement for certain people. If you met certain criteria, you got early retirement. Shit, bro, I'm looking at it right now, and that 65 age limit right there, along with the possibility that it might go up to 67 or 70. I know people who still working at 75, and people are like, I don't understand that. That don't make no sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. When you start out, when you're young, you don't think about saving for retirement. You don't think about health care and all this shit. You don't think about, things, that could actually better you, like savings accounts and checking accounts. You don't think about none of that. You thinking about getting that money and blowing it fast. That's what you think. I'm gonna buy me a pair of shoes, go buy some restaurant food, hang with my boys, we gonna chill and shit, go see the honeys, all this stuff, what you thinking you gonna go do. And like I said, that's what you do when you're young. But as you get older and, wiser, you start thinking to yourself, I could have did something with that money back then. It could have helped benefit me later on in my life. And that's how I look at it, bro. It ain't nothing wrong with looking at life like that. With a perspective, and looking back, man, I'm thinking about all the shit I could have done much better. Bruh, at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you're gonna wind up in the same spot regardless. But, just thinking about it. Setting some sort of standard, some sort of goal, some sort of thought process on all this, man. Like I said, I want to win. I don't want to lose. I don't want to sit here and be crying about a couple of dollars. Bro, we better than that shit, man. We better than hollering about $20 and $30, man. I want to holler about shit that, you sitting back like, man, I want to go out and go to a lot and get a Lamborghini. I want to go rent a Lamborghini. I want to do some things, man. I want to travel. I want to move about and not be restricted by, the money that's in my pocket or that's in the account. Dude, it's nothing wrong with wanting more or needing more. It's not you being greedy. It's just you realizing that you have different expectations than the next person. There ain't nothing wrong with having, expectations. All I ever wanted was a Chevy Malibu. And you get one and you like, okay, all my dreams done came true. Damn Chevy Malibu, bro. You ain't got nothing else you want to think of. I just need that Chevy Malibu, man. Get 2 Chevy Malibus, I'm okay. Bro, I need more than that. I need some shit that's gonna be like, man, I see why he did all this. Yeah, it makes sense now. Yeah, it really makes sense. But when you start looking at stuff and it don't make sense, you start asking questions, bro. And this is what I'm asking a lot of y'all. When y'all get out here, y'all need to be asking questions, man. Y'all sit here and ask, shit that don't make sense, man. I be like, That don't make absolutely no sense. We should be asking about this and that right now. But we don't ask about none of that because we don't feel the need to actually talk about shit that actually makes sense, that's gonna make a difference. You know, at the end of the day, I talk to you about the things that you need, the things that you want, the things that you see that will make you better. You know, you're going for some sort of, training, you're going for a certification, you're going, for more classes, you're trying to finish up, some people haven't finished up their diploma, graduated high school. You finishing that up, you talking about you want to go to school, man, I get all this. That's what you want to do. That's what you supposed to do, man. Life, man, it doesn't have no rhyme or reason. It's shortly spent, on certain things. Like I told you, when you born, you got a bill, a medical bill. When you die, you gonna have a medical bill. It's always a tax on either being born or death. Bro, it's real as hell. This is why I want people to start thinking about the stuff that they want to do now. Family that they want around them now. People that are detrimental in your life that you think, just ain't gonna do nothing but bring you down. Man, come away from them, man. You don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe nobody your sanity, your peace of mind, just your love. You don't owe nobody nothing. Only person you owe is yourself. If you feel later on in life that somebody has met the criteria of being in your life and being, a valued member, that's great. But until then, bro, you don't owe nobody a damn thing. People come into your life and swear you owe them the world. You don't owe them nothing. Bro, shit, get that through your head. You don't owe nobody nothing, fam. And at the time you keep on thinking that you owe everybody, that's the time where you gonna mess up at. You're gonna get frustrated, angry, and upset. You don't owe nobody. You don't even owe me. All I ask for you when you come to this channel is just have fun, be in love, be in light, and be healthy with it. Man, being around people, man, who don't understand you as a person. They don't understand your energy. Dude, you ain't gonna do nothing but be in a cage around those people. You want people that's gonna egg you on for the good. Like, man, you got this, bro. You wanna hear people telling you that. You don't wanna hear nobody say, man, see, they make it so bad and so hard. I don't want nobody commiserating with me. I want somebody to hype me up to get the damn job done. Not, I'm sitting here and I'm frustrated and I'm angry. Now you frustrated and you angry and we over here miserizing in here. I don't wanna hear no shit like that. I want to hear somebody like, man, you got this, bro. You've been doing this for 20 years. You could do this shit in your sleep. Like, damn, you is right. I've been doing this for 20 years. I could do it in my sleep. He got a damn point. I told you he got a point. You sitting here thinking, nah, you like, shit, I got this. And you going through it and you actually got it. But, man, I'm going to tell you something. People don't want to hear none of that. People want to feel some kind of way about shit. They want to be mad and angry. I don't want to be around your monkey ass like that. I'm just being honest. I don't want to be around nobody that's just mad and angry over any damn thing. I'm mad, Reebok, they selling Shaqs again. I'm just mad. Motherfucker, look, Shaq ain't did shit to you. You like, I'm still gonna make my money. That's how Shaq looking at you. I'm still gonna make my money, player. Dude, I'm gonna tell you, each and every day, man, get out here, do what you need to do. Stop worrying about every damn body. Stop worrying about me. Stop worrying about people that you don't know personally. Like I said, at the end of the day, when you come here, I want you to be hyped up. I want you to be entertained. I want you to be riled, man, because I'm telling you shit, I can make you laugh. I can make you mad. I can make you go out there and strike, because that's just my personality. Dude, I'm an extrovert. Sometimes I'm an introvert. Sometimes I'm shy. But for the most part, shit, motherfucker, I'm all in your face. That's just who I am. Hey, I know you see the New York hat. I know you see this hat. Don't act like you don't see it. There's a white hat just looking sharp as hell, right in your face. Look at that. Just all in your face. You like, I'm just so tired of him and his new hat game situation. So I just think he better than everybody. Yeah, player. I think that's what he thinking. Look at him, man. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I had this hat on the last video. Boy, this hat is just fire, bro. Ooh, it's fire. Oh, man, it's on fire. Man. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. If you're not around people that want to see you win, those are not your friends. Your friends should want to see you succeed. They should want to see you go to that next level. Like, bro, you got it. Player, you got it, man. You know, I'm right here with you, man. You got it. Yeah, man. Such and such been my friends for the last 25 years. Man, you know, he been an inspiration in this situation, man. That's what you want. You don't want nobody to be your friend for the last 25 years and got you in all kind of trouble. He in and out of jail and he got you doing bad shit. You don't need no friend like that. Bro, like I said, when you winning, everybody want to be in your orbit. You ever realize when you're in a relationship, you get the most play? Because when you are happy, you give that energy off and everybody starts noticing. You start smiling a different way. You glow a different way. You behave a different way because somebody loves you. Somebody making you shine brighter than the sun. That's what you need. That's what you need to understand. That's what you need to be around. See, you're supposed to be able to win with people, not lose. Everybody wants something for nothing. But you know what? For the most part, people come into your life when your shit is finished, when you are fully at peak, at 100%. That's when people try to come into your life. Those people try to come in because they not the person for you. People come in when your shit is already built. I don't need you now. You know, if I was on, building and grounded and grinding and scrounging to get shit started, that's when I need you. But all of a sudden you show up when I already got shit together. Nah, you ain't no blessing, yo, that's a curse. If you not coming in with what I'm coming in, shit, that means you a curse. You're supposed to be equally yoked with your person. Stop going in with people and, she want to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm going to get out there and do all the work. If I have to work a second or third job, hell no. Look, if everybody want to come into the relationship and bring nothing, the marriage, y'all get married, you come in with nothing. Then when y'all get divorced, you won't have. Fuck out of here. How's that possible? This is why I say most men are not getting married nowadays. They're looking at the situation and say, this is not for me. This is not even feasible. A man gets no engagement ring. He pays for his own, and he got to pay for hers. She want a $20,000 fucking ring and ain't offering you shit. Oh, well, you got to pay for me. Did the other people pay for your ass? No. My whole thing is, if you want me to pay for you, long time ago, a girl said, I want a $10,000 ring. I said, I want one too. I said, I buy you one and you buy me one. She looked at me and said, how does that work? That ain't how marriage work. I said, shit, marriage don't work where it's only one person is benefiting. I said, if you the only one benefiting, I'm not here for that. I'm here for both of us benefiting. Not me working my ass off while you at home complaining, talking about, well, you know what? I don't even see you. I might as well be single. People say shit like that.
They're giving you a hit, and you can ask them that again if you want.
Why they sitting on their ass? Like, it's cold as hell outside. Snow all over your car. They sitting there with hot chocolate with a robe on, watching TV. Instead of going out cleaning the motherfucking car where you can actually get out there and get your ass to work. Like I said, you want to be a stay-at-home wife, but you don't want to contribute shit. You tell me the kid going to school, don't know his name, not potty trained, or any damn thing, has no vocabulary of words, and you sitting here talking about you tired. What the fuck you been doing? Kid can't even fucking read, write, spell, don't even know their damn name, don't even know how to use fucking toilet paper, but yet instead you want an award for what? Trying? Participation? Bro, fuck out of here. You gotta make it make sense, bro. And this is what I've been saying for the longest. Shit gotta make sense, and it's not. But everybody wanna look at you like you the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. I'm just the guy. I'm just gonna be the guy that tells you the truth. The truth. We gonna sit here and talk about the truth. The truth is that from time to time I get tired of listening to people talk. I get tired of hearing people talk about how bad the situation is. Bruh. Like I said, your trials and tribulations are yours. You go through the same shit over and over again because this is where you need to be for some strange reason, which I don't understand. This is just how this shit works. Just real talk. We need to get on a better level. We need to get on a better page, a better understanding curve, man. Right now, we just not there. And I think a lot of people don't get that. But let's keep it real. Instead of, shooting the messenger, let's get back and talk and see what we can do, together. Like I said, this world is big enough for all of us to succeed. We could all help one another to get further, but so many of us are trying to just one up the next motherfucker. I'm not trying to one up you. I'm trying to see you win. That way, that ain't another person hitting at my, ankles and shit trying to keep me down. If I boost you up, boost me up. Bro, we don't even do the same thing and you don't even want to help your brother succeed.
Listen.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
It ain't wicked till y'all saving all of these quote-unquote animals. Effortless, wiped out the plastic like animals. Damn, step into land, I'm seeing the pattern, but ladder on end. He beholding the water, help rock, see pop like and seeing my people on blocks and for working. We should be working the days if you following what is the sense of you bothering. Focus subliminal criminal, they making fun of this lyrical cause they don't think they still say ABC. Let's pop a dollar before some I see. Connecting to cops like a liquid
everybody
to be
seen.
touching everything they need.
Where's your grind? Where's your hustle? Where's your struggle? You didn't have to
and
do
black
shit.
with a basketball
I just put
burning
you on.
behind J. Cole, no
And guess what you gonna do?
Best
You gonna act
written
like I did.
delivery on that probably
Dude,
is
he
pipe
was talking about all the people he
house
helped.
lack cause mental catching late like this judgment to many lacking to live sound in this covenant getting hot hands they say for some oven miss why agree when you barely push the point of this wickedness
everybody get the good and bad
what the
with it.
tragic colors going
And, I
on
hear
with
people
this
steady
I don't
saying,
care
man,
how
you
many
listen to,
times that I tell you
R.
familiar
Kelly, boy,
spirits
you a
I dealt it I
high-ass
did it I
mess.
shared
it says
this
a lot
vision when
about
I
you that you
often
listen
got
to
done
Elvis.
with it I saw the spirits go back in the
Jimmy Lee
grave
Lewis.
or a coffin and few from the skies
What are we doing
legions
here?
and demons and smoke in the room
I'm
as
trying
I'm
to figure
seeing the
out what the hell
vision
is this
and
what
daylight
we're
but clouded by spirits
If
my
you really
sight
want
was
me to
in
go down
nighttime
a
for
list of
those who
all the
should
people
hear
who
it
did
I
bad
say
shit to
right
young
but
people.
most are deaf
Motherfuckers
notice
worried
that
about
indoor look
stars,
at what's
talking about,
sauce
yeah,
and
we
for
need to-
witches with
we need-
deceiving she yelled that scene of the anointed prophet that's false with the object of thinking redeems another way round to deception do you notice the word perceive curses disguised as some blessings to tease yeah I felt the most high hand around me at the time I'm a nothing divorce and following course suicide attempt kneeling the devil was dealing in one of the kingdom my man a broomstick in hand with Yahweh's name on it look at that man my oldest brother discerning the stance noticed something off so he brought me advanced staff to a leader but first come deliverance in this monopoly I couldn't copy he prince of the grave prince of the slaves prince of the slaves prince of the slaves prince of the slaves no way now that I'm saved to be saved glory to glory and I praise you don't know my story it's in layers y'all will address all these haters don't got no power in the spirit why would I hate you you're visible Abba I'm grateful no fear in this it's like a plague a Nephilim some can attest used to prophesy evil now the prophecy's good woe to the ones who call evil good and vice versa stay off my flesh and I see you Abba see best love my enemies better through tests stay off my gifts no access stay off your cousin no one says prostrated cry out poor invest heavenly covering in mind lot of inheritance yes say loud in ruach not your chest do not get punched in your chest by doctrines of devils infested being merciful hurts so slow but it does good cause most do not have the weightier matters with judgment and favor can't just be bitter only to the taste can't just be sweet only to the taste split into sections now you see I's face blessed are the poor in spiritual humility don't want to be cut off for my utilities used wrong LED lights led into the throne double meaning triple meanings but one message really needed Abba cleaner need. When danger be forming all around me. Whose report will you believe? Whose report will you believe? There's nobody like you. When he took the seat, they all have to bow. Before they can see, he knew half the crowd. When we're in the spirit, yeah, we all see. Violence all around, yeah, we all see. Causing all the problems, yeah, he all sees. Whose report will you believe? Whose report will you believe? I worship you, Father, Abba, I need. When danger be forming all around me. Whose report will you believe? Whose report will you believe? There's nobody like you. In the blood of Mashiach, Yahusha, hallelujah. This covenant is then, now it's now, and to begin. In the beginning to the ending. Last days, last days, last days for the wicked, for the last days for the wicked. I worship you, Father, Abba, I need. When danger be forming all around me. Whose report will you believe? Whose report will you believe? There's nobody like you. All assumptions, accusations, insurance bill, knowing that the battle is won, knowing the blood sign is my life is ink out of the point of the pen. I'll say it again, the prostration isn't for me to be content with being a friend of worldly advances for men beyond them. Reminded the curses are bent, broken and shamed by his tent, his presence not covered by tent, mountains and opinions of evil spirits and traditions of them. Thankful apostle doctrine is not widespread and in generational curses is fin.
3G remix, Adam Devon. Call me Javon, and that'll be fine. Block out all the actions, homie, no motion sensor. Words painting move you like a motion picture. Teach you new lessons and the mic's a good listener. Keep a chick under my wing like paid babysitters. Addiction to balling like a substance of liquor. But I think anime shows are sicker, so I be
falling like a G, dressing like a geek. I'm around the girl while I'm walking down your street. Hey, 3G, 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 3G. Yeah, I'm coolin', microphone ruling. Value is similar to gold jewelry. God must have been watching Sanjuro when he drew me, cause I wander aimless, wondering what fame is, what my next video game is, what her name is, and can I be myself around this chick and feel shameless? Half full on my side of the cup. Change is what you get back when you get too much. But I just want more stuff when I get caught up. I try to focus so I don't get stuck. Down's inevitable, we live by trust.
You don't act like I didn't. Dude, he was talking about all the people he helped. Dude, do you know how fucked up that is? That all the people you helped turns on you. I'm not saying R. Kelly's some sort of saint. I'm not saying none of that, so please don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying everybody got the good and bad with it. And you know, I hear people study saying, man, you listen to R. Kelly, boy, you a hot ass mess. You know, it says a lot about you, but you listen to Elvis. Jimmy Lee Lewis. What are we doing here? I'm trying to figure out what the hell is this really mean. If you really want me to go down a list of all the people who did bad shit to young people, motherfuckers worried about stars talking about, yeah, we need to arrest R. Kelly. Yeah, you know, we need to arrest Diddy. We need to arrest all these high profile people. Motherfucker, arrest your Uncle Woody. He been making Christmases awkward for the last 20-something fucking years, and you still got his ass there. Ain't told not a soul. But you want to go arrest R. Kelly and Diddy. Motherfucker, deal with the situation at hand first. See, this is what's wrong with people. They want to handle shit that ain't got shit to do with it instead of the shit that got something to do with it. You see where I'm going? Man, the minute you fix your shit, man, you be okay. Shit, Uncle Willie been a hot ass mess for the longest. Shit. Motherfucker probably should be in jail. Man, I hear so many cases about this shit, man. And I be like, man, people's priorities are all messed up. But man, you know what? I wish everybody the best. And I wish everybody grind, succeed, win. That's what I want to see. I want to see you win. I want to see you in a season of prospering. You know, I want to see you in your winning season. Bro, I don't want to see you failing. I don't want to see you troubled, upset, angry. I don't want to see any of that damn shit. It don't do nothing for me, man. It don't make me a better person. Oh, man, you can't even, he ain't even did this. I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, man, I started realizing who got my back and who don't. I started realizing who want to see me succeed and who don't want to see me succeed. Man, there's so many people out here that hate you. And when you get those rare people that stand with you, man, in your darkest hour, you ride with them. And I hear people tell me, oh man, sometimes that's the only place people can be with you is in the dark. You know, when you start winning, they start moving around. No, they didn't move around. Your ass start acting different. You know, Tiffany Haddish told this guy, he said, friend, he said, man, you got a movie that made like $100 million, you know, like $100-something million or something like that. And it's just like, you ain't my friend. Have you ever been over my house? Have you ever did this? Have you ever did that? It's quick, fast, that shit changed. That motherfucker came to stay with him for a while. Did such and such with him for a while. With him and his girl. And I'm like, see, the minute motherfuckers succeed, they get rid of you quick. I apologize for the way I sound. But it's just what it is right now. Just bear with me. But to later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.
Goodbye.
It seems like they're making it impossible for you to actually live. Impossible for you to actually make a living. People out here talking about, I don't understand why you say it so hard out here. You know, I got this and I got that, man. Everybody going through some shit. Everybody feeling the crunch. Everybody asking questions on what's really happening here. How is this allowed to happen, man? How is it that food is allowed to be this expensive? How has fast food become so damn high, it's higher than your grocery bill? Dude, this shit is just ridiculous at this point in time. You know, fast food items used to be luxuries. Now, you know, it's like daily occurrence. So the prices match. You know, our groceries used to be a thing that we used to take pride in. You know, we used to get, you know, really good stuff for the price that we had. All them tariffs hit. You know, most of our meat come from, you know, overseas. Most of our shit, fruit and vegetables come from overseas, bro. I'm sitting there thinking, everything that we use got a tariff on it now. And the government is talking about how much of money they done made off every damn thing. We will never see none of that money. See, that money was never meant for us to see. See, it was meant for us to, you know, rage and talk about getting this, you know, particular law passed where, you know, they could do this shit. And all of a sudden the law passed. We sitting here victims like a motherfucker, man. We sitting there complaining and crying. This shit is real, bro. You looking at the prices of cars, you like, this shit is ridiculous. You looking at the prices of homes, and you know, you like, shit is ridiculous. And you like, bro, why would the prices of homes be expensive? Dude, some of this shit that comes from off of your home and in your home comes from overseas, bro. You know, most of the time the parts are created somewhere else. You know, like I said to you before, we assemble shit here. We don't have infrastructure. We don't have too much of anything. Think about it. You know, your property taxes sometimes in the place where you live is allocated and put somewhere else for the other people to use too. This shit is crazy. And people like, that ain't what happened, bro. You need to look this shit up. You need to go down a rabbit hole. You need to pay attention to what happens to your damn dollars, bro. The shit they telling you happened ain't the shit that's happening, man. You sitting here looking around trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Man, it's like you got bitch slapped, and all of a sudden you sitting there wondering like, what? Like you looking at your check like, what? They telling you they don't give you no raise. You had a job that when you retired, they didn't even pay no attention to you. They just walked your ass out the damn building. What really is happening, man? Like I told you before, don't get these jobs. You'll all, you know, if you got personal time, take it. If you got sick time, take it. If you got vacation time, take it. Don't leave shit on the table, bro. I keep telling people that. Don't leave shit on the table. These people are not to be trusted. It's a job. You go there to work. You're not there to solve world peace or end, you know, world hunger. You there just to do your fucking job and go home. Dude, like I said, the people at that job ain't your friends. Those just people that you work with. They are friends by proximity. You take away the proximity, they're no longer friends. Think about it. All the people they used to work with, they used to call friends. Now that they gone, how often do you talk to them? You don't even talk to them anymore. Half of these people don't even know who the fuck you are anymore because they're like, who's that? Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. When you really doing something, you gotta understand. Life waits for no man or woman. You gotta sit here and make your choices and make them real good, bro. You know, I hear people talking about, yeah, I'm gonna put my kid in private school. You got your kid in a damn private school, come to find out, man, shit, that shit is just as bad as the regular school. Then you got them in Catholic school, that shit is just as worse. Dude, you come to find out they ain't learning shit there either. Bro, come on, nigga. I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. These schools are passing people just for the hell of it, man. And at the end of the day, we all suffer because it is. This shit is what it is, man. And I just put it in telling everybody what the hell's going on. And people looking at me like, oh, man, you don't really know what's going on, man. You don't know the suffering people going through, man. People suffering out here. They feel this down in their soul, bro. You know, shit is real. And you don't even know how real shit can get, man. You know, it ain't your job to sit here and, you know, compare victimhood shit. Motherfucker, we all done this shit. We all going through it. Dude, when you start looking at the prices of shit, the first thing you should be thinking about is, this shit don't make no sense. My check can't even cover this. go out, doing like when you got the tax returns, and do something or go somewhere, take a little trip, take your family on a trip because shit, this is the only time most people get to actually do it. And people like, you should save that money. Bruh, dude, if all your money goes to paying bills and you never do any damn thing, after a while you get tired of everything. It's not fair, honestly. It's not. Your life is not meant for you to have joy. Because see, that's the way it's structured. Your life is meant for you to be a damn billionaire. And that's the whole thing. The queen are the elite, the millionaires and the billionaires. Those are the people that's in charge. And we sitting here working away, man, then about time we actually retire at 65. Motherfucker, our whole life is basically gone. Think about it. How long do you got left? If anything, you should be retiring at 50 or 55. Not at 60 or 65. You should be working 4 days a week. Even if it's 10 hours a day, it should be 4 hours a week and you have 3 days off. You can deal with that shit. But see, you know what? If it makes your job easier, your life easier, they don't want that. They want you to struggle. Struggle builds character. That's what makes this version of the Matrix better. Struggle and happiness go hand in hand. If you're not struggling a little bit, if you're not feeling the pinch of what's going on, then you're not in the right space. They want you to feel every damn thing. Feel the pain, the misery. You sitting there complaining, about every damn thing. People say, oh, you complain so damn much. Bro, I sit there and look at, they making homeless people fucking, criminals now. I'm like, if the rent wasn't so fucking high, you wouldn't have that many homeless people. The rent is astronomical. Either staying in your vehicle, they trying to pull your shit now. You on these private lots, where they allow you to park at. Oh, you out there on the campground lot, where you can park. Oh, they trying to wait you to try to cool your ass and do all types of shit. And I'm like, damn. It's like they single-handedly trying to fuck you. They talk about, this generation, they don't want to do anything. No, it's this generation of millionaires and billionaires that actually don't want to see people leave, don't want to actually pay people what they're worth. I'm not talking about some astronomical amount, but I'm like, shit, if you're going to go in and pay people like $30 an hour, bro, you can get better results. It should be 66. My whole thing, and I'm not going to say that shit, if you want to raise any damn thing, raise it to 30. If you raise it to 30, man, people will be able to do some shit. Even though you're going to raise the rent and every damn thing else, because that's what they do. The rent could be $3,000, and people looking at it like, shit, you might as well just stop. Pretty soon people will start building their own damn apartment buildings and just, say, fuck all that, this is too much. Because it is at the end of the day, bro. You're not paying for shit. You just paying inflation. And people think, oh yeah, we can charge $3,500 for this stuff. Bro, you sitting there looking at it like, shit, I'm just gonna move to another state, save some money and move to another state and call it quit. And people are asking, I can't understand why people say in Alabama and Mississippi, rent done went up. It has. All those Floridians, all those retirees left there. All those people that went to that left California and New York City during the pandemic, they went to Florida. Once they got the shit jacked up at Florida and, the cost of living went through the roof, the jobs still pay minimum fucking wage, basically. Jobs paying you less than $10 damn an hour, and minimum wage is like $6 something. So you sitting there not able to do shit there. So people are like, fuck it, we moving to Mississippi and Alabama. Now the price and the cost of living there done went up. Now you got Americans going overseas to Mexico and, not overseas, Mexico, across the border. You got Canadians moving to Mexico and the Caribbean, the same as Americans, and they're trying to take over those people's beaches and lands, telling them they can't go on their own beaches because you don't even own it. So what's happening? These people burning these people's shit down, telling them, get the fuck out of our country. Like I said, you gonna learn. You done kicked them the fuck out of yours, and then they kick you the fuck out of theirs. They don't give a fuck what you going through. You didn't care when they were going through shit. Oh no, what I'm gonna say is these countries have laws and we're abiding by it. No, you're not. You taking advantage. Now all of a sudden, them people like, fuck that, because the laws don't allow Police don't give a shit. People screaming, take me back to America, please. I'm an American. Man, they looking at your ass, putting you in those Mexican jails, motherfucker. You gonna become a delicacy in a minute. I'm telling you, bro, don't go nowhere with that American attitude thinking that shit is gonna save you somewhere. It's not. When was the last time America came and got any damn body? Unless you was somebody of somebody. Bro, I'm gonna say it just like this. We living in days where they trying to chip your ass. They showing this thing in Dubai where they putting this chip under your skin where you be allowed payments and be able to use it, you know, right under your skin. I'm like, ain't that the mark of the beast? What are we doing here, man? People like, no, but that's the new way. And you know, we shouldn't be using cash anyway. They should be in control of all our money. We shouldn't be able to make extra money. See, the government supposed to. I said, boy, that sounds so damn stupid. It does, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna give you everything you need. And when you're done, you're gonna be sitting there crying. Because see, what happens is we cry about shit, you know, after shit done happened, after it went bad, after they told you don't do it. I'm doing it anyway, I don't care. Now all of a sudden you sit there like, shit, why did I do this? Dude, I'm okay. We don't think about shit half the time. We so busy thinking about all the shit we can and can't do. You know, my thing is, man, let's just sit back, make shit work. Let's sit back and talk about shit, man. Let's sit back and try to make things happen, man. Let's make the government understand that we have a voice. And right now, we trying to put them all together, trying to come up with shit, man. You know, everybody got their own agenda. Everybody got their own things going on, man. And I'm just so damn confused.
This is it. I mean, this is really it. This is the final curtain call. Okay? This is it.
Where are you?
You came to save the Earth from us.
We can't risk the survival of this planet for the sake of one species.
What are you saying?
If the Earth dies, you die. If you die, the Earth survives. There are only a handful of planets in the cosmos that are capable of supporting complex life.
You can't do this.
This one can't be allowed to perish.
We can change. We can still turn things around.
Watched, we've waited and hoped that you would change.
Please.
It's reached the tipping point. We have to act.
Please.
We'll undo the damage you've done and give the Earth a chance to begin again.
Please. We can change. We can change.
The decision is made.
The
process has begun.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! From the capital city of the United States of America.
We all ready for this war. We all want more. These the last days.
They just got broke. Yo, my man Yankee just got broke.
Yo, this is it when you thought you were safe. This is it when you thought you were great. This is it just to show me your face. This is it if you playing that game. If you talk behind my back, I'ma have me some dreams. If you play tit for tat, I'ma have me some visions. Who is real and who isn't? I know I had slip-ups, but real in them. I'm honest, but when you hit the scene, I'm still different. Last days and I'm gone, I feel it shifting. Yo, yeah, I love you. You're gonna feel the rain with no rain. Chains broke, but by decisions. The chain hang on, roll super hang on, or a super hang on till till the game's gone. The air getting sick, the people getting sick. This whole flow heals. This is what they ask for, but don't want the purity. They just want to feel. Go Yim. Your watch game ill, your new whip ill, your whole gear ill. Tell me what's real. Tell me why you smell so good but still stink. Do you wanna think? Dying backwards to the link. Last days, just in case you got the blink. Celebrate, but have fun. There's a ton of crazy things happening on the run. Don't run. The statement will change you. It came from heaven. Nothing been the same. Even streams on devil and only feed minds that damage and metal. And just to get a medal and rebel.
He's hamming it up like it's Thanksgiving. Yo, the defender looks like he's on ice skates with no laces. Woo! I love seeing moves like that. Oh man, the defense looks like he just stepped on a rotten banana.
Yo, Papa told me have fun with it. Everything ain't gotta be a rough visit. Mercy and judgment is one living. From the free throw, Dr. J giving. Making you feel before COVID, them years we outside in the game, man. Again, it's street feet, live and lifelines is vibing. Where you ain't have to try to fit in. Either is or it isn't. Wasn't worried about the internet. We ain't had no reels to flip through for real. People sitting cool and chilling, just being to be. Simple as it be, yet beautiful. Power in the people was most high. The village was respect and see the truth. Be truthful and be you. Trust the creator and create too. Back to Eden, but healing the streets with these rock beats. Or without one, last days for the wicked and not for the sons.
Going up, money. B, why do you?
Yeah, it's the last days. If you got the most high, don't be afraid. It's the last days. If you got the most high, don't be afraid. It's the last days. If you don't believe in the most high, be afraid. It's the last days. If you don't believe in the most high, be afraid.
You are now listening to Mercy and Truth Radio on your FM now.
He broke them with the lovely handle. Oh, yo, his handle's so L, he just broke his ankles. Oh, man, he shook the sweat out of him. Lo dejó pegao.
It's the very last comment that he had made on his very last pic on Instagram. Just when you thought you were safe. Just when you thought you were safe.
Clear thought. If the clouds shut up, it's spiritual thought. If I shut up, the chosen and there be no more spirit. The earth will suffer. Are you truly hearing? I will shut up some clouds and some others will speak. I will shut up the streams and my people will still. If I shut up the heavens, that there be no more rain. They want you to shut up, but I'll shut up. Okay. Some people you wouldn't believe want you to shut up. Okay. But I'll shut up, but it's purpose when you'll shut up.
Hi.
Okay. They ask for you to speak, but tell you shut up.
Hi.
They don't even have to speak until you shut up. Okay. Some ways show you you really need to shut up. Okay. Tell them I'm on. I'm on. I'm on. Now I'm on. I'm on. No found.
Man was telling me about video camera and all, man, and I'm just so damn confused. Man was telling me about video cameras and, you know, videotape and shit like that. Motherfucker, they got videotapes from the 1700s, so tell me, how the hell did a camera get introduced back in what? The early 1900s? Motherfucking cameras was around in the 1700s. Video cameras, bro. Make it make sense. Only reason why I'm telling you all this shit right now, because I'm saying, we are in the dark. Eyes are not open. People are not waking up fast enough. And it's just like they're willing to go along with anything. No, you know, they think we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do this over here. Man, you know what? When shit don't make sense, you should be asking questions. But people are scared to ask questions. Because at the end of the day, these questions raise bigger questions, bro. And like I was telling you before, man, we need to really understand what the hell we doing. We need to buckle down and get shit in, you know, order. We need to prioritize us. Man, at the end of the day, man, nobody cares. Your job, let go 20 damn people. Guess what? They don't care. They didn't care that, you know, you got rent to pay, you know, you got kids in school, you know, you got, you know, shit on your back, you know, like you carrying so many damn people. They don't care about that. This is why I say, man, if you get better opportunities out there, you do it. We get mad at our favorite athletes because they leave teams and go somewhere else because they're offering more money. That's their job. This is why I'm saying, man, you know, somebody got mad at this guy who left our job and went somewhere else, and they laid off a few people because he left. They were like, look, he calls people jobs, and he said, I didn't call you shit. I don't know you. He said, my main priority is my family. And he said, I'm going to say that again. I don't know you people. I never spoke to you people. You never spoke to me. The hell you sitting here blaming me for your problems? And I understand that, bro. This is what I've been talking to you about. Man, these companies will pit you against one another and make everything your damn fault, knowing damn well it ain't your fault. Like I told you, things happen. You know, I mostly went to the doctor to get this stuff done, to see this person. But the people that I mostly got the paperwork and stuff from waited damn near a week or two to give me the shit. And the doctor visit, you know, I went and she was like, what is shit at? That I'm supposed to fill out. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. This is what people do. Then they look at you like you doing something wrong, like, I'm waiting for the info, bro. Look, I gotta reschedule shit. People ain't got time like that. This is what I'm talking about. If shit is so easy and quick to do, why is it taking you so fucking long? Everybody tell you how easy something is, then all of a sudden you ask for, oh, it's gonna take me some time. I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to do that. Dude. I'm gonna tell you something. Keep everything professional that you do. If you have the opportunity to date somebody at your job, don't do it. That shit is gonna go bad any damn way. I'm gonna say it just like this. Either, you know, y'all break up, or Lord forbid, y'all get together and get married or something like that. Y'all both work at the same damn place, bro. You see this person at home and at work. Then when y'all have off time, y'all together. So you never get a break from this person. That's a bad idea. You know, long time ago, I was with somebody and it was like, give me, this young lady said, give me at your job, you know, because they hiring there. Let me, you know, put in a good word for me. And I said, no. And she was like, why not? I said, I work there. She said, what you mean by that? You know, you may not see me. I said, please. I said, you be trying to see me at lunch. You be trying to stop by to see me. I said, man, this is my workplace. This is the place where I make my money. I said, I don't want to see my relationship at work. Shit. I see your ass enough, dude. This is real talk. This is what I tell people. Pay attention. Pay attention to what you understanding and what you not understanding, man. If you in here doing extra shit, man, you should understand what the extra means. If they telling you to do extra work, if they telling you, before you leave, get all that stuff up, you know, and clean up your area and things like that. So you're like, okay, then you look at your check, ain't shit on it. And you know, you go to HR, you go to the people, and they were like, well, you know, nobody was authorized to give overtime, so you did that out of the kindness of your heart. You sitting there like, fuck. So somebody asked you to do it again, and you go home and they ask you why it wasn't done, and you said, oh, I didn't get paid for it before. So I figured, you know, charity starts at home, and I'm not at home, so till later, you know, and they looking at you like, wait, hold on, what just happened, bro? Look, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to make money. And if I'm not getting paid, trust me that I'm not doing a job. You know, like I said to anybody out there, stop friending people at work. You know, stop, you know, telling them all your business. And you wondering why you got enemies. People like, man, why is it that your friend, you told this friend what happened, but this person's still around that person and they cool with that person? That ain't your friend. No. We know our friends. We know our friends come into situations and lie their ass off telling you what happened. And you sitting there thinking to yourself, I know damn well this shit didn't happen. So this person trying to pitch you against somebody, man, your beef with that person is your fucking beef. It ain't mine. I don't got no issue with that person. But if you got issue with that person, that's between you and that damn person. Dude, it ain't my job to fix your shit, your drama, your issues, bro. Look. See, that's the thing what people do. They tell you how, you know, oh man, they trying to beat, you know, they trying to fight us out there, man. We gotta fight. I'm like, we gotta fight, motherfucker. You trying to fight you, not me. Oh man, that's some punk stuff. I said, no, man. I said, I don't know you, bro. I said, shit, I don't know you. I said, if they trying to jump you, that's between you and your people, bro, not me and them. And he looking at me like, damn. I'm like, people looking, man, that's a punk way to think. I said, no, it's not. I said, this real shit. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't help me. I'm just making this shit clear, bro. People ain't gonna help you. People sitting here looking at you like you the damn problem. I'm not the problem. Shit, I'm the solution to the problem. I'm not gonna sit here and keep putting up with shit, man, while people sit here and complain every day about how bad life is. Motherfucker, you gotta make it make sense. People always telling you all the shit you doing wrong. How much of shit you doing wrong, bro? How much could you actually, you know?
I've learned to live and grow and understand that as the scripture states to pray without ceasing, you also must rebuke without ceasing. Before we begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekah HaKadosh, and double honor to the other apostles of Great Millstone, also known as GMS, and salutations to the Most High's men in the four corners of the earth, pushing his word, sincerity, and truth. And shalom to the sisters that support and subscribe wholeheartedly to the message of deliverance and salvation of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Yun from GMS Jackson, Mississippi, with an intrinsic topic going into praying without ceasing, in addition to rebuking without ceasing. So what does that mean? We're commanded to pray unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai continuously. You know, we have examples of our forefathers praying morning, noon, and night unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Whether it was through lamentations, whether it was through detrimental times, whether it was through plenty and blessings. But the concept is there, to pray unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And as I mentioned, I've learned in this truth, you have to do a lot of rebuking of Satan as well. It's almost like rebuke without ceasing. Why? Because Satan is always in your mind, he's always in your head, he's always on these people that you acquaint, that you bump into, that you run into, that you're surrounded by. He's messing with you individually. But what do we mostly do? We mostly shun it off to the side. We just allow Satan to do what he wants, let him do what he does. And it's an afterthought, you know. But we have to rebuke Satan as much as we pray unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Why? Because that right hand energy can only balance itself out by the rebuking of that left hand energy. You know, as it is written, our forefather Job, when you read the book of Job, you can read the book of Job from chapter 1 to finish. Job was persecuted. And he wasn't persecuted for wickedness. He wasn't persecuted for unrighteousness. Job was persecuted due to his faith and diligence towards Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And then lo and behold came Satan to do what? To buffet at him. You know, because the Most High looked at Job as one of his. But Satan thought that he could take over Job's mind, have him swayed against the Most High. And when you finish that story, or that account, then you see how Job kept his integrity. He never cursed the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, with his mouth. And through it all, he glorified the Most High, and at the end of it all, he praised the Most High. So we have to do the exact opposite, and our due diligence to do so when it comes to rebuking Satan. You know, because Satan is the one that stirs up those thoughts in your head. Satan is the one who have you side-eye a situation or side-eye a person. And even if there has nothing even occurred, it's just all in your head. So not only do you have to rebuke those thoughts, you know, you have to rebuke Satan's appearance. Meaning what? Those times to where you feel and sense his presence, you got to rebuke him in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So not only should we not pray more, but we need to rebuke Satan more to help balance us out. You know, because yeah, we can pray unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but the whole time, those few prayers that we pray unto the Lord, we have rebuked Satan once or twice. So we got to start rebuking him more in the names of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know, because we understand that the Most High and his only begotten Son, their names are a fortress unto us. They give us shelter. They shield us from the elements. They shield us from evil. They protect us. And by faith, you know, because by faith, you're confident in those names. You're able to call upon those names via the form and way of faith. You know, so when you think about Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you're excited, you're praying, you know, go ahead and throw a jab and say it too. But you know what? You know what I'm saying? You know generalizations, right?
Stakes is high. The thematic focal point bringing damage to your burrow.
Because
Some brothers from the east
here
with the beats
to
that be
serve the
thorough.
Most
Got the
High
solar
Yahweh,
gravitation,
the
so
God
I'm
Son
bound to
Yahweh
pull
Shai.
it. I gets down like brothers are found.
You will always have
Ducking
these
from bullets. Gun
these
control
moments
means using both
to where you
hands
feel
in
an
my
evil
land.
presence.
It's all about the cautious
Have
living.
evil thought.
Migrate into a higher form of
Whisper something
consequence.
evil.
Compliments. A struggle
Murmur
that shouldn't
something
be notable. Man, every word I say should be a hip-hop quote.
I'm sick of bitches shaking asses. I'm sick of talking about blood. Sick of Versace glasses. Sick of slang. Sick of half-ass award shows. Sick of name brand clothes. Sick of R&B bitches over bullshit tracks. Cocaine and cracks, which brings sickness to blacks. Sick of swole head rappers with they sickening raps. Claps and gaps, making the whole sick world collapse. The facts are getting sicker, even sicker perhaps. I stick a push to make a bundle to escape the synapse.
Man, life can get all up in your ass, baby. You better work it out. Now let me tell you what it's all about. A skin not considered equal. A meteor has more right than my people who be wasting time screaming who they've hated. That's why the native tongues has officially been reinstated. Stakes is high. You know them stakes is high. We talking about stakes is high. Man, stakes is high. Yo, it's about love of cars, love of funds, loving to love mad sex, loving to love guns, love for opposite, love for fame and wealth, love for the fact of no longer loving yourself, kid. We living in them days of the man-made ways where every aspect is vivid. These brothers no longer talk shit, yo. These niggas live it, about to give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Plug one, translating the zone. No offense to a player, but yo, I don't play. And if you take offense, fuck it, got to be that way. JD Dub, show your love, what you got to say?
I say Jesus make you take it out of high regard. And niggas dying for it nowadays ain't hard. Investing in fantasies and not God. Welcome to reality, see times is hard. People try to snatch the credit but can't claim the card. Showing out in videos saying they co-starred. See shit like that'll make your mama cry. Better watch the way you spend it cause the stakes is high.
You know them stakes is high when you're dealing with the stakes is high. Man, them stakes is high.
Check it. I think that smiling in public is against the law. Cause love don't get you through life no more. It's who you know and how you son. And how you getting in and who the man holding heat. Yo, and how was the skins and how high. Yo, what up, high? I heard you caught a body. Seem like every man and woman shared a life of John Gotti.
But they ain't organized.
Mixing crimes with life enzymes. Taking the big scout route. And niggas no doubt better than they know they daughters and they son.
Yo, people go through pain and still don't gain positive contact. Just like my main man who got others cleaning up his physical influence. His mind got congested, he got the non-influent. Neighborhoods are now hoods, cause nobody's neighbors, just animals surviving with that animal behavior under eye. Who be rhyming from dark to light sky. Experiment with needles and skin connect. No wonder where we live is called the projects. When the stakes is high, you damn sure try to do anything to get the piece of the pie. Electrify, even die for the cash, but at last we be out, even though you're wanting more. This issue is closed like an elevator door, but soon we open once we get to the next floor. Stakes is high, you know them stakes is high. You're dealing with the stakes is high, stakes is high. Come on.
Such a sweet memory, baby, of you and me, and how we used to be. Beautifully young. Such a sweet memory, baby, of you and me, and how we used to be. Beautifully young. Such a sweet memory, baby, of you and me, and how.
about not being overcome. You know, we have to be overcome with the Spirit, you know, because the Spirit showers us. The Spirit rains down upon us and consumes us wholly. But what can happen on the opposite of that? The Most High can strip His Spirit away from you, and Satan can pour and rain down upon you wholly. You know, so we have to continue to utilize the book of Psalm, the 51st chapter. Pray unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that He take not His most Holy Spirit away from us. Continue to bless us with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And rebuke Satan. So he knows and understands that when it comes to you, he's going to have to put up a great fight. If he wants you, he's going to have to put up a great fight because you're constantly fighting against him and attacking him in the form of rebuke. Rebuking him in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Attacks a loved one, you rebuke in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. When he attacks your house, you rebuke it. He attacks your vehicle, you rebuke it. He jumps on a person, and the person ill treats you poorly, you rebuke the person and that demon inside of them. You know, to balance yourself out. Because when you evaluate that, how many times can you say, if you did a side-by-side comparison, how many times have you prayed into Yahweh Bashim Yahushai versus how many times have you rebuked Satan for putting thoughts in your mind or having you to conduct yourself in a manner? That ratio is outweighed because why? Most of the time we just take it on the chin and then we say Salaki to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know? So we're ignoring this demon, this demonic presence.
You ever feel like you've been long dry? Someone embarrassed of myself and think I'm going to cry. Feeling like a lost plane in my own sky. And I think my fellow chosen ones might know why. When I don't seek the kingdom, I'm open for attack. Ravenous enemies near, hoping for a snack. My flesh doesn't want me to cry for help. So you know what that means? Time to cry for help. And it's time to mind itself and add the Father in. It should be easy, but my mind tries to make it hard. Internal struggles daily, they be bothering, but I confess them all openly instead of placing guards. These ain't complacent bars, I'm just being open. I don't want to just talk, I want to be in motion. Let my movement inspire, ignite internal fire, and provide much healing with no need for potions. I surrender.
River. I'm really glad you're here. I hope you're well. It is Friday, May 29th, 2026. It is a good day with beautiful weather here in the middle of Connecticut by the river. But I got a lot of stuff to cover, and you guys are going to have to give me some grace today because I have a migraine. I don't have the headache, but my eyesight has those auras. I don't know, some of you have had that before, so everything's wiggling a little bit, so it's making it very hard to read, and it's very hard to prepare for this video. But you know what? God is good, and He will see me through. I'm going to read some scripture before we get into our chat today. I'm in God's promises for your every need. hopefully I can read this. I'm on page 32. Jesus is your companion. Okay, let's go through some of these. Psalm 119, verse 63. I am a companion of all who fear you and of those who keep your precepts. Let's go to Proverbs 18, verse 24. A man who has friends must himself be friendly, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Amen. Hebrews 13, verse 5. Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have. For he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Give me a hearty amen. Thank you, I heard that. Thank you. Let's go to John 15, verses 15 and 16. No longer do I call you servants, for a servant does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, for all things that I heard from my Father I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give you. Let's go to 1 John chapter 1, verse 7. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus Christ, his Son, cleanses us from all sin. Not just certain sin, all sin. That blood is so powerful. If you don't know Jesus, please keep watching this video. I will share the gospel. It's vitally important. We're living in the last days. I keep warning, we are living in the last days. Let's go to Isaiah 54, verse 10. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed. But my kindness shall not depart from you, nor shall my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord who has mercy on you. That's so beautiful. Let's do one more. Revelation 3, verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and dine with him, and he with me. Those are the words. Oh my goodness, do we have an incredible teacher. If you know Jesus, our teacher is so incredible. All right. So, you guys hear me saying every day, we are living in the last days, because I truly believe it. I believe normal is not coming back. Jesus is. You know, the troubles in the world are not just some speed bump we're seeing right now. There's so many troubles in the world, and this isn't just some speed bump that we're going to get through this, we're going to have a few more good years, and then the end times will creep upon us. No, we're there now, and that's why I always tell you we're waiting for Jesus now. I say it almost every single day. We're seeing the shadows that are casting to the 7-year tribulation in everything we're seeing. You know, and we are seeing a lot, and we have seen a lot the last 4 years since I started this channel, but especially in 2026. Ramped up. So I want to say, beside the rising anti-Semitism and Israel's troubles in the Middle East and the hatred in the world and the calling good what is evil and evil what is good and the earthquakes and the drastic weather, and beside the talk of a third temple and the red heifers and the wars and the rumors of wars and the high inflation and the pestilences, take a breath, and the lawlessness and the alien agenda and the failing or struggling economies around the world, or the apostasy in the churches, beside the rise of Islam all over the world, the Abraham Accords, the Board of Peace, the Abrahamic Family House, the technology for the mark of the beast, which is ready to go, the quick rise and dangers of AI. Besides, did I miss anything? Besides all that, I had to quickly change locations as to where I'm parked. But besides all that, I found this at RaptureReady.com. Shortages and rationing loom as global oil reserves fall at the fastest rate in history. Did you hear that? The fastest rate in history. No matter what happens now, the world is facing a very painful energy crisis. Let's be as wildly optimistic as we possibly can and assume that Iran agrees to allow free passage through the Strait of Hormuz with absolutely no tolls or restrictions starting tomorrow. And that would be being wildly optimistic. Before normal traffic through the strait could resume, Iran would first have to remove all of the mines that they have laid in the strait, and that could take months. Once all the mines have been removed, it will take the tankers that are currently trapped in the Persian Gulf weeks to to arrive at their destinations. Moving forward, Persian Gulf countries will be exporting much less oil and natural gas for the foreseeable future because of all the oil and natural gas infrastructure that was damaged or destroyed during the war. Remember when Iran was firing away every day and we were seeing stuff burn every day? It will take years before all of that infrastructure is fully repaired and rebuilt. Meanwhile, global supplies of oil and natural gas will be very tight for an extended period of time. Record inventory draw. Listen to this. Global oil stocks have fallen by 256 million barrels in March to April, with draws in May hitting a record 8.7 million barrels per day. It's incredible. And it's going to have an effect on the global economy in a big way, and we're seeing it already. But this is just the beginning. The Hormuz closure impact. The Strait of Hormuz shutdown has cut off 25% of the world's seaborne oil, compounding already low reserves and boosting prices. Yeah, they're saying that gas could be $5 a gallon in the United States, the average. I'm paying $4.60 now, and many of you are already paying over $5 a gallon, but my whole point in this is not to scare anyone. It's to prepare you and get you to understand that we're there now. We're waiting for Jesus day by day. I can't see this being some kind of speed bump. That's going to be a little rocky time period, and then they rebuild everything, and then there's time and the prices come down and we live our lives normal, and then the end times events start kicking in. No, we've been watching this for years. No, we're seeing the crescendo of all these signs and warnings. You know, we're getting ready to be face to face with Jesus. I really think it's soon. I'm not trying to guess the day or the hour of the rapture. I don't have to. It's like knowing you're in the last 10 minutes of the basketball game and trying to guess when that last second's going to happen after all the timeouts and stuff. Doesn't matter. You're not going to guess when that last second's going to be. But you know what? You know you're in the last few minutes of the game. And that's where we're at right now. Then we got this. I'm going to file this in nothing to be seen here. You know, nothing to see here at all category, okay? Exclusive. It was an exclusive to Reuters. China is building launch pads near its nuclear missile silos. Wonderful. In a remote Chinese desert, a vast military complex is taking shape that some security scholars say appears built to ensure no American first strike on China's nuclear arsenal could reliably knock out Beijing's ability to hit back. China's nuclear missiles can already reach any city in the United States. Now satellite images reviewed by Reuters show that Beijing is building a sprawling base of launch pads, bunkers, and communication nodes near the isolated nuclear silos that hold the Chinese military's longest range missiles. Honestly, I say this in all honesty, don't let this stuff frighten you. If you tend to go, that's really scary. You know what? No. We belong to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You know, we are children of God. We are children of the light. We are not in darkness. We trust Jesus through these troubling times. Because you know what? What else are you going to trust? You're going to trust in the governments of the world? You can see how great they're doing. Let's move on to this. This is the Monty Hall Let's Make a Deal. I feel like in reading the next few things I'm going to read, I could say, well, just go back to last Thursday's video and the week before's Friday video. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. It blew up all over the world yesterday that the United States and Iran had reached a sort of a deal, you know, and it's, let's go here, all right? U.S.-Iran agreed deal framework awaiting Trump's approval, according to U.S. sources. U.S. and Iranian negotiators have agreed on a framework for a 60-day ceasefire extension deal, but it still needs President Trump's approval. Okay, great. The sources confirmed a report by Axios News. Isn't Axios the one that keeps saying this every single time? Have you noticed? I'm starting to notice a pattern here. It's always Axios. It's like, oh, they got a deal. They got a deal. And then it falls through. Less than 24 hours later. This time it was less than 2 hours later. You know. U.S. and Iranian negotiators agreed to a draft deal 3 days ago, but delayed it after bringing it back to their leaders, NBC reported. Okay, so we got a deal in the works. They're working on it, all right? Iranian president says We do not engage in diplomacy with humiliation. Iranian state media denies reports that the U.S. and Iran have reached any kind of an agreement. Iran says it has no plans to move enriched uranium out of their country. So, try to figure out these red lines that are crisscrossing. The Iranian red lines and the U.S.'s red lines are just all over the place. Like there's no, this is just, first of all, this is just Iran. Iran's loving this. They're like, let's just buy time as we clear out the tunnels that lead to our arsenal and rebuild. And that's exactly what's been happening with this ceasefire. The White House confirms reporting that U.S. and Iran negotiators have reached an agreement on a memorandum of understanding that will extend the ongoing ceasefire by 60 days, during which the sides will hold talks on Tehran's nuclear program. However, a statement attributed to U.S. sources responding to querying reporters clarifies that U.S. President Donald Trump still needs to sign off on this MOU. And that was, again, Axios report. It's just them. This was from Ynet. This is their headline. Source close to Iranian delegation. Iran has not approved a memorandum of understanding with the U.S. So, like I've been saying in recent weeks, I just think, honestly, I don't think the Trump administration even knows, and they've kind of admittedly said this, we don't know who's running the country. So they're having negotiations with someone, but it seems like every time they're like, well, we're getting close. Somebody in Iran goes, no, you're not. We're not even talking to you guys. No way, Jose. No, they don't say Jose, but you know what I'm talking about. Then we have this one, beginning of Stars News shared this on Telegram. According to CENTCOM, there was a claim. Iran state television claimed Iran forces downed a U.S. aircraft near the Bushehr nuclear power plant. And they said that's false. CENTCOM said no U.S. aircraft were shot down. All U.S. air assets are accounted for. And that was something else that was going around the internet yesterday. And it's fake. What else? And then, according to a report, a missile launch was detected from the Missile City area in the Bushehr province of Iran. And then Hananya Naphtali said there was just now an explosion in the Strait of Hormuz. This was evening Middle East time. These were Iranian warning attacks against warships that tried to pass through the Strait of Hormuz without Iranian approval. And he said Iran is still holding the world hostage. And yes, they are. Yes, they are. Well, there you go. That's what's going on over there in this crazy world in these last days. And everything, even the stuff I'm going to read from here on out, everything shows me where we're at in this world. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani defends his decision to skip the Israel Day Parade, making him the first New York City mayor to bypass the historic event since 1964. Quote from Zohran: I said on the campaign trail that I wouldn't be attending the parade, and I've made my views on the Israeli government abundantly clear. This isn't about the Israeli government. This is about your Jewish population that are living in your city, and no mayor has ever skipped this